If the 1970s gave birth to rock excess, the 1980s raised it on a diet of cocaine, eyeliner, and leather pants. The phrase sex, drugs, and rock and roll didn't just define a lifestyle. It became the gospel of an entire industry spiraling into decadence. Behind the glam, the hits, and the towering hair was a decade where tabloid headlines often overshadowed the music itself. And scandal wasn't a side effect, it was the show. The 1980s were loud in every sense. Arena rock exploded with acts like Mötley Crüe, Guns N' Roses, and Van Halen tearing up stages and hotel rooms in equal measure. Glam metal and hard rock bands personified hedonism, turning backstage into battlegrounds of debauchery. Groupies were plentiful, tour buses were stocked like pharmacies, and self-destruction became a badge of honor. Live fast, die young wasn't just a lyric, it was the plan. Mötley Crüe arguably became the poster children of this chaos, with frontman Vince Neil's car crash killing Hanoi Rocks drummer Razzle, Nikki Sixx's heroin overdose, he was declared clinically dead and revived, and tales of band members drinking their own urine on a dare. Their behind-the-scenes antics were more infamous than their platinum records. Their 2001 memoir, The Dirt, became a handbook of depravity and proof that no scandal was too extreme for the 80s rock scene. Elsewhere, the world of pop wasn't exactly squeaky clean either. Prince pushed the boundaries of sexuality in music and live performances, blending androgyny with raw eroticism. Madonna turned provocation into a brand, facing backlash from religious groups for her videos and lyrics. Michael Jackson, still basking in the Thriller glow, faced relentless rumors about his personal life, surgeries, and increasingly eccentric behavior. Even as he moonwalked his way into history, controversy never trailed far behind. The drug of the decade was cocaine. Ubiquitous, glamorous, and devastating. It flowed through Hollywood parties, studio sessions, and even boardrooms, shaping not only the sound, but the decision-making of the industry. Artists burned out quickly. Some never returned. David Bowie, while sobering up by the early 80s, famously referred to his earlier years in LA as a cocaine-fueled blackout. Many others weren't as lucky. But it wasn't just about getting high and getting laid. The consequences were real, and they piled up. Careers imploded. Lives were lost. Talented musicians like John Belushi, though primarily a comedian, was deeply embedded in the music world and died of a speedball overdose in 1982. Hilly Kristal's CBGB scene that had launched punk in the late 70s began to rot under the weight of its own vices. AIDS began to cast a long, sobering shadow over the party, forcing even the wildest rock stars to confront mortality. And yet somehow, the music endured. Perhaps it even thrived on chaos. The 1980s produced some of the most iconic albums, tours, and personas in modern history. But that era wasn't just about creative energy. It was about living on the edge of a blade and dancing until it cut. The legacy of the 80s is one of brilliance blurred by excess. A decade where the sound was big, the hair was bigger, and the scandals were bigger still.